Hey, good morning. How is everyone doing? And most of you have reached this good day called Friday. But what happens if Friday never comes to you? What happened if you never reach the next day or the next minute or the next hour? So when I woke today, God said, let's talk about death. Because we are about to enter into another season of suddenly, and for most of us, we have already felt what that is like. So, when the season that we're going into, for God to tell me to talk about death, that means a lot of you this year, within the next 6 months, you're going to get some news. Loved one might be dead, co-worker, old friend, mama, daddy, child, I don't know. But he said we got to talk about death because many of you're so happy to live out the joys of life that sometimes you don't understand the circumstances of life and how in certain ways it can affect you when something happens suddenly. We got to understand death is a topic that most people don't want to talk about, but most people need to hear. And we being spiritual and understanding God is trying to get us in a place that we understand about what's to come in the world to come. There's going to be plenty of death, but don't let death get you caught with your pants down. Everybody ain't heartless. Everybody don't process grief the same. And so for many of you, you got to understand that. Matthew 5, 1 through 3 states, now when Jesus saw the crowds, he went up on a mountainside and sat down. His disciples came to him and he began to teach them. He said, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Now, death kills your spirit. It kills your spirit. Now, it's sad to say, but since we're talking about death, we're going to talk about death. I done had an uncle die. I done had a dad to die. I done had a grandmama. I just had an auntie. Uh, I had some cousins to die. Ask me how many funerals I went to. The only one I had to go to was my father's funeral, and they made me go to that because I was young. Didn't want to go to that. Now, those are humans. They die. I don't think about I don't think about them. They ain't here. Why should I continue to think about a person that ain't here and kill my spirit? I felt sorry, but I didn't feel no pain. Now, I had a white child. I called him Bear. Bear was just like his owner. We terrorized the neighborhood. He was hunting cooch, I was hunting cooch. But that day, I had a 76 Ford. And I used to always, when he see me, when he see or hear the truck, I come from the top of the hill down. And when I get close, he will always run in front of the truck and run back up because he knew it was me. He was happy, because that's my dog. One day, I guess Bell went fast enough. I hit Bell. I hit him. I thought he was okay because I didn't see no marks, but I guess I heard him internally where I couldn't see. Now I felt sad. I buried my dog. I was sad. I, you know, it got me. But notice what I said internally. See, when you're dealing with death, you can't walk around and tell people, I'm okay, I'm fine, I'm good, and internally you know it's killing you. Then y'all want to catch attitudes because people don't want to die with you. I tell everybody, I don't handle death good because I don't know what to say. Because in my walk in life, I've come to grips, and I used to be scared to die. Still don't want to die prematurely, but I come to grips. Death is natural. I don't care how you go. Now, my friend, that's a good one for bringing up. Now, my friend, Veronica, I knew them for a long time. And her niece, the one who used to play on uh, the Little Housewives of Atlanta, Miss Minnie. If y'all ever go on Hulu or anywhere, y'all go Google that and you'll see Miss Minnie. She was a dwarf. Now, when she died, I just felt so much pain and grief. And I don't know where it come from. They weren't connected to me. Well, I guess they were connected. That wasn't family, but to hear how she died on that highway and she was able to call her mom. And I guess that gave her mama some solace, her mama Tammy. And so even on TikTok, sometimes I'm scrolling and they'll bring an episode of she up there because she was full of life. She was funny. Now, I ain't gonna put her business out there because she was gone. She did some hellacious thing. I know her firsthand because I've been around her, done that all her life since she was a child. But she still didn't get no bigger. But death gonna happen. But if you can't express what you feel internally, don't give me no bull externally. So now, cause see, y'all weird with death. Because see, some people want you to grieve with them because they grieving. Brother Hubbard ain't the one. I told y'all, when you come around me, you connect with me. I said, this ain't the place if you want somebody to pray for you. If you want somebody to blow your nose, you hold your hand. I'm going to tell you to suck it up and get on back out there when you can. So death coming. Now, I looked at the way she died and I thought of some of the things that I know she had done. And I often ask God myself, is the way a person died based on how they was living? Psalm 73 and 26 says, my flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. I can't tell you how long to grieve. I can't tell you how long to mourn. I can't tell you how long to feel sad. I can't tell you how long to be depressed. But what I am gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you, don't take it out on me. Don't take it out on me. Which means don't get mad at me because Brother Hubbard ain't bringing you flowers and calling you every day. I got work to do. I'm on the wall. I'm not coming down because you said. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart forever. See, If you constantly got to grieve and mourn, that shows me God ain't really in there. They came to Jesus. Lazarus, your servant, has died. Jesus was taking care of business. What did Jesus say? All right, cuz, I'll be there. You didn't see Jesus drop his sermon. You didn't see Jesus drop his action. You didn't see Jesus drop what he was doing for God. He said, okay, I'll be there. In other words. See, I don't think people are supposed to drop their life because you got problems in your life. That's your life. If you got Jesus, know how to deal with it. See, I'm a different breed. I already told you. I said something happened to my son, my mama, what if they happen to die and I'm somewhere preaching, I'll be there. As far as my son go, okay, he go, watch this now. I'm finna tell you up. What you need? Do you need his insurance policy? How the hell some of y'all parents know your children walking around here without no insurance policy? And y'all ain't even parent enough to go get them one. But you're getting your hair done, your nails done, you buying your shoes, you're buying your food. And I don't care if my boy is 30 years old. If I can look at my boy and say he ain't old enough to take care of himself, let me put some insurance on him, I'm going to do it. How dare you call yourself a parent and your children walk around here and y'all know some of them ain't got it all together. You know they ain't thinking about nothing like that. And you know about it. And won't even get no insurance. Now you want Brother Hubbard to buy your fish place, your chicken place. Not him, brother. Buy nothing. No t-shirt, no nothing. Cause same way I could sacrifice to do with to do for the one that I got. Same way you can do, but you're selfish. There go that word again. You're selfish. How can you call yourself a parent knowing your children walking around here uninsured and all that's happening? Now you need somebody to help them bury you. I told my boy, he'll tell you I told him. I said, boy, I got about 30 grand on you. You ain't gonna have no lavish funeral because I ain't gonna have none. No. Yeah. I'm gonna spend enough to get you taken away. I ain't finna to wrap no coffin or nothing, no casket or nothing. Cause I'm gonna spend me about 10 or 12. I told him. And that other 18 grand, I might have to buy me another truck in remembrance of you. Yeah. In remembrance of you. Or whatever I do with it. But I ain't finna sit around and see somebody else got to help me bury my son. That's why a lot of y'all ain't getting no higher than what you want to. See, I'm gonna show you the comparison. This is how God taught me. If I'm 54 years old now, and I can still consider God my daddy, and God taking care of me at 54, how in the hell you think you 50-something, your children 15, 20, 30 years old, and y'all don't take care of them? It don't make no sense. That proves you have no relationship with God. They didn't ask to be him. Your horny tails got them here. But now, death coming, and they die, you want to cry. Ain't no need you crying. You ain't did nothing for a minute. See, that was wrong. Because see, a lot of us was raised up in these households where when you turn, you got to get out of mom and them house. With no social skills, they haven't taught you how to pay bills. You don't know how to take care of yourself. So now you got to be out there whoring and selling dope. And that's how some of us are in my era. Because if you go research my era, as a black man, we wasn't supposed to make it past 19. We weren't supposed to pass 19 because when we came up, that's when the drugs, the NWA, F the police, and the crack and the game, and all that. See, we was dying from all that, and you made it. But here you got children that all they think about is hair, weave, and screwing, and you know their life ain't right, and you don't even try to get them some insurance on their life. You're feeling miserable. I don't know where that came from. Maybe some of y'all need to hear. You're selfish. Y'all think just because they 18 and 21, they grown. Even scientists say, as it relates to men are not grown, fully developed till they 24. They still think like a child up to that age. Men, women are known to mature faster, but some of them don't. Some of them don't. So if God's still taking care of you, why are you taking care of your child? Y'all something else. My boy called me the other day. He don't even ask for money no more. I said, boy, you need some money. Well, Dad, if you want to send me. So I said, how much you need, Joe? Not Joey. Because Joey needed some pants. He didn't get big. I said, well, I'm going to send him. I told his mama, I'm sending him $80. Go buy him some pants. He sent the text, thanks, Dad, for the $80 to get me some pants, because I don't know how they be shopping. She know how to make it work. Now, I said, well, what you want? Well, Dad, it don't even matter. I said, I'm going to send you 45. Now, notice the 30-year-old, my child, Joe is my child by default, because we don't know where his dad is. But why would I give him more than I give my own? Because I know him. It don't take much for him to live. But Joey go to that mixed school. Them white people think Joey rich because I gave him my old phone, that little flip phone. I don't know if y'all already see it. That's a $2,000 phone. He a 12-year-old walking around with it. And he came home when I was in the house, bro. When he first got it, Dad, they said that phone expensive. I said, I know it is, Joey. He said, they think I'm rich, Dad. I said, I know they do. Dimitri, he broke his phone. I gave him a phone that I had that I didn't use no more. Why would I do that? I'm trying to teach y'all something. You know why? He really don't even care. He don't care about life. He like his daddy. We'll want some, but it really don't mean nothing to us. I don't know who Joey like, but in either case, I do what God tell me to do. How you a child of God and God not telling you what to do for your children and you just leaving them out there to the world? You a nasty old dog. You ain't even worth living. That's a nasty dog there. Y'all a nasty dog. Some of you see your children every day and get mad at them for what they don't do for you. Oh, y'all some nasty old dogs. I never get mad at what he can't do for me. He didn't ask to be here. John 11:25. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me will live even though they die, and whoever lives by believing in me will never die. Do you believe this? Why y'all crying? Why would you cry and get mad, upset, and grieve people that's going to be, we hopefully, to God? The Bible say to be absent from the word is to be present with who. So if we're sitting around here preaching, trying to tell y'all to get to Jesus, why when somebody die to go to Jesus, y'all want to sit around here with y'all mouth poked out? Why? Is it because you got regret? It's because you think you could have did more. It's because you didn't do anything. It don't matter. They ain't here now. It don't matter. So you think going to get T-shirts and when this is days of social media, y'all thinking making profile pics and all this of dead people that's gone away. You think that make you feel good? That's necromancy, you fools. Let the dead bury the dead. How can you keep some alive that's already gone to God? You making yourself God, but try to make them stay here. I remember I was up in Baltimore staying with this guy one time, building a ministry up there. And when I first went in his house, I knew his first wife was dead. He was married again. I stepped foot in his house and I looked around his house. I said, man, what the world wrong with you? What you talking about, Apostle? Man, why you married and got your dead wife obituaries and clothes and furniture still in this house? You harboring death. When people die, you get rid of their stuff. You don't keep it. I said, no wonder you having problems with your wife. She being hunted by death. Throw that darn bedroom set away and let her go buy what she want. Throw them pictures out of here. And you wondering why she gone. That's why I was staying there. She had left him and went somewhere else. Fine little thing too. Yeah, she was all right. I said, man, your wife gone. Get rid of this man. I said, was you thinking? Listen here, how you gonna marry a woman and in the time she step in the house, she got to look at something dead in her house. That's why when y'all be around here dating and mattress testing, when you find that one, you don't lay on the same mattress. You don't put on the same underwear. You throw that away. Because you was dead to the flesh. So anybody that got that coochie, you let them get that coochie. But when you find the one, see, that's why a lot of y'all can't find the one now. Every nigga you done been with, you got the same mattress from every nigga you done been with. Some of you, every girl you done been with. And you wonder why they still do you. See, y'all got to watch the pattern in how you date too. If you see the same thing, that means you ain't killed something. That means you done held on to something. That's why God got to keep bringing it back to you. That's why some of you spiritually dead. Oh, come in. What? Good thing I wasn't married. I had my own stuff, but when I got married, I had my own stuff. But when Portia came in there and said, hey, I want this, I didn't say nothing. Now, it wasn't too many women on my furniture. You know, I went out there like that. You know what I'm saying? But Brother Hubbard went out there like that. I didn't want people to know where I stayed. For one. But she said, I want this. I let her do it. Now, for you who married these thug girls and ain't got no homemaking skill, they wouldn't care what's in the house. They won't care. All they care is in the house. 1 Corinthians 14:42 says, so will it be with the resurrection of the dead. The body that's sown is perishable, is raised imperishable. It is sown in dishonor, it is raised in glory. It is sown in weakness, it is raised in power. And it's sown a natural body, it's raised a spirit body. If there is a natural body, there is also a spiritual body. See, when God tells us, or rather the word tells us to carry around the dying of Jesus Christ, they say certain things we need to hold on to, we can't hold on to because we trying to operate in power. We trying to operate in spirit. We trying to operate in kingdom. You can't do that around here necromancing. Where do you get happy heavenly birthday from? Happy heavenly holiday. Hey, ain't no holidays and no darn heaven. Ain't nothing but God. The Bible said the dead don't even know where they at, know what's going on. So how you gonna take the dead and make it alive? And come on now. We don't gain wings when we die, you dummies. If God wanted us to have wings, he wouldn't have made us a little lower than an angel. We're going to get on that. You don't get no wings. You get crowns. You get everlasting life. We don't get no wings. Because we're going to be walking after the image of Christ. Christ didn't have no wings. He had power. Y'all got to learn how to handle the death that's finna come on you. Because see, in the armor I'm building, if the armor I'm building, you might just let the family bury them. You'll be all right. They talk about you anyway. That's why you don't see me show up there. They talk about me anyway, so if I ain't coming, what's the difference? I'm just giving you more to talk about, but I'm doing God's work. I'm not subject to be at my mama's funeral, to be honest with you. Don't want to be at mine, but they gonna carry me in there. I'm not subject to be at my son, because guess what? You got to know how to handle this thing. See, death gonna happen all the time. As long as you're alive, you're appointed to die. But when death happens, dang, I can't remember the scripture that Christ was calling somebody. He said, "Let me go bury my mama," or whatever they go. Let me go bury my family member, and I catch up with you. That's proof in itself. If Christ didn't care about you going to bury your family member, just follow him. Why I'm gonna sit around here and get mad at people because they don't show me love because somebody died? Grow up. See, that's why this the big leagues over here. I got to teach you got to get over that mess. Brother Hubbard ain't called me. Sister Hubbard ain't called me. Don't want me. You got your culture. A place because I don't want to be here. Leave here ahead of time. Caught in between. You talking about you know it's good for me to stay here, but I'd rather be with him. That's why you often see me. I'm ready to go now. But guess what happened? I think about some of the people that ain't got it just yet and they growing. I said, no, God, I can stay around here a little longer. Wouldn't you feel wonderful that some of the that I'm around is the only reason that I stay here? That should make you feel special. It should. Because what we talked the other couple of days, I got to be willing to do this. So here this man know that he got a place, hopefully in heaven, but he's willing to stay here and make sure I get it right That's a lot to say. See, that's why some of y'all ain't really called to be ministry. Because see, y'all get attitudes and don't talk to people and go tell people they didn't did you wrong and did you and you don't even have no clue what you did. See, that's why it's dangerous to not have the Holy Spirit. Because a person speaks from the Holy Spirit and it hurts your feelings and you think they did you wrong, you may be corrected or rebuked by the Holy Spirit because you was wrong. Y'all perfect in ministry. 2 Corinthians 4:17, for our light and momentary troubles are achieving for us an eternal glory that far outweighs them all. So we fix our eyes not on what is seen, but what is unseen. Seeing what is seen is temporary, but what is unseen is eternal. I don't care about a piece of coochie, a breast. That's eternal. I mean, that's temporary. What happens when that thing don't get hard? Titties droop. That, that coochie dry up. So all you want to be is a sex fiend. If he put it on me, if it ain't long enough, I don't want it. You're carnal. You ain't looking toward the unseen. You based by a feeling. And when you based by a feeling, anything can get you in your emotions. Huh? I got on somebody a couple of maybe it's been a month now. It was wrong. I got on. They've been doing it, but I finally said something. I said, you know, you don't need to be over there whacking that chicken. And I said a key word. That's how they knew it was from God. See, God will let you get rid of stuff. But what I always tell y'all, when he bring it to my attention and I say something to you, he telling you to stop. I ain't gonna do it no more. I ain't gonna do it no more. I said, okay. I said, but I'm watching you. Because time I see you going to whacking, not necessarily seeing them whacking when the Holy Spirit saying they over there whacking. You know what I'm saying? I don't be seeing y'all when y'all be around there pleasing y'all self. He just tell me. He just tell me. And I just say it. Because I got confidence. Death don't bring you confidence. Death bring you emotions. And see, the reason a lot of you got to learn how to deal with death is because it's going to bring you emotional. Why are you emotional? One thing is the thing that you cater to. When you around there whacking that chicken or massaging that vulva or you got that rose, you messing with your feelings because you wanna feel good. You wanna shoot one off. Yeah, that's your emotion. But watch this. But you do understand. You desensitize yourself to the normal touch of a human body. That's why some of y'all can't get off when you want to get off. Because they got to work harder because you know where to touch it. You know where to put it. You know how many times it takes. Oh, right there, right there. Oh, right there. Oh, don't move, don't move. Boy, y'all be saying some stuff too. And the things you think about. The things you do know that when you take your mind and put it in a place where you want to be in a place where you ain't, you do know that's a delusional spirit. Oh, I show Miss I show Miss Rabbitfoot. Oh, he used to have me like this and that and that and that. And y'all just be around there. That's imaginations. That exalt itself above God. Y'all remember I talked that yesterday? So every time you think of getting off on your own, getting your little rolls, huh? That little flicker tongue thing. See, I don't be, it used to be a time people said, I done did that and got the t-shirt. This stuff y'all don't do, I don't know. So watch this. Y'all do know being a leader. I got to research some of this stuff. So when God tell me what's going on, I got to get a visual of what some of y'all use. You get what I'm saying? And for the life of me, I don't see why a person would tie a string to what they call to a hamster's tail and stick it in his butt. What y'all get out of that? I don't see why you would go to the store, buy you one of them big cubes, clean it off. Some of y'all put condoms on and some of y'all don't, and just stick it up your vagina. I don't see why you would get a horse aroused and bend over and put the horse. Do you know how big that thing is? That's you ruin. Ooh. I ain't never seen a baby come out that big. That thing probably all up here. Can you take all that? That's because you dead to sin. Is when you do stuff like that. So when you wake sin up in your imagination. But do what y'all want to do. I'm just letting you know. I be researching stuff. I know about this girl on girl. I know about the pegging. You know. But some of this stuff y'all do, I would have never thought of. I thought out there selling drugs and cocaine, and you would thought you'd have seen it all women to do for cocaine. But guess what some would do just for love? 2 Corinthians 5 and 8, we are confident, I say, and will prefer to be away from the body and at home with the Lord. See, the more, because many of you don't understand the spiritual repercussions of what you do, the more you try to keep people here with your with your happy heavenly birthdays and they this and that, you do know you disturb the spirit in which they are in. They don't know what's going on, but they in another world don't know what's going on either. Let people die. You remember when Samuel died and Saul knew he was a prophet, and now that Samuel died, he couldn't get a prophetic word, so he dressed himself up like an old lady, and he went to Samuel's grave, and well, watch what he said. He said, "Why come down here and bother me?" Samuel had went to hell. You can be a prophet and be prophesying for Satan. That's why I tell y'all got to watch these people out of your money. You letting Satan bless you, you don't even know because you won't follow the scripture. You won't hear Brother Hubbard's mouth. Yeah. Samuel said, "Why come down here and bother me?" He why come up here? Dead body. So every time you try to come in something dead, that means you died. Y'all better leave these alone. Listen here. You get your 1 week, 2 week tops. You better get back to God. Y'all be around here grieving for month and a half, Some of you grieve all your life because every time on their birthday, oh, this would have been little Johnny, this would have been little Sue, 13th birthday. This would have been their 15th birthday. Happy heavenly birthday. Watch this. Do what you want to do. It's in the Bible. I ain't going to look it up. I know it's in there. The reason we ain't really supposed to celebrate birthdays is because it limits our time on earth. Adam and Eve wasn't meant to die. But when they went outside of the will of God, God had to give them a date of death. That's why he had to expel them out of Eden. So I don't care if you're gonna celebrate 40 all month. You do know it's showing your time on earth because we really ain't meant to die. We were not meant to die. I know y'all didn't know that. Go and celebrate your birthday, Brother Hubbard. I ain't saying you're going to heaven or hell. I'm just telling you the consequence. Because notice, I don't never tell y'all you're going to heaven or hell for what you do. I'm telling you the consequences and some of the things you do affect you adversely, spiritually, and a relationship with God. 2024, anything with fake eyelashes, don't come try to prophesy to me. Don't even come this way. If you ain't confident that your eyelashes look good and you got to put some on because they long and they flirty, that's the attire of a harlot. I don't want no harlot prophesying to me this year. I don't care who you is. I'm going to call you out this year. You know why? Because God says it's intentional commitment. So if you're going to preach this gospel, you got to be intentional in your commitment to this word. I don't care about your 30, your long hair. I don't care. Romans 14:8. If we live for the Lord. And if we die for the Lord. So whether we live or die, we belong to the Lord. You don't belong to the Lord, watch this, harboring over dead things. Let mama go. Let that child go that child would have been 28 this year. Y'all been holding on to death for 28 years. Let that child sleep. Ain't no heavenly birthday. Watch this. When you tell a person happy heavenly birthday, what you telling them that you the God of the eternity, because you got a dead spirit in eternity that you trying to give a birthday to when they already dead. You can't birth nothing that's dead. But y'all so dumb. People say stuff, y'all just pick it up. Because you ain't got no spiritual sense. Dumb as a box of pop rocks. Revelation 21:4 says, he will wipe away every tear from their eye. Well, listen here. Get them baby shoes out that car. Get them obituaries out there. You talking about Lord take the wheel, but you got a dead baby obituary looking at the way to go and wondering why your life like hell. You letting death lead you to hell, but you think God got the wheel. He's not the God of death. He's the God of life. How he gonna take the wheel when you got death in front of him? You get them today, Brother Hubbard. You getting them. Yeah, we ain't got time to play with them. Got to put some pressure. Shh. Boy. Sit down, pressure. Y'all want to go for a walk? I forgot. See, my dog said we've been trying to mate. I've been trying to mate him with this dog named Stephanie, and every time she mentions my name and want my attention, I want to mate the dog, but now she get quiet. You know what she is? That's what she is. She a tease. Yeah, she a tease. Y'all ain't gonna get none. I find you some. We ain't gonna mess with no teasers. He will wipe away every tear from their eyes. There will be no more death or mourning or crying or pain, for the old order of things have passed away. If you still crying 15, 20, 30 years later over somebody that died 15 years ago, ain't no God in you because you're not allowing him to wipe away the pain, the mourning. So when you sit in that bed and you go thinking about little Ray Ray and Sue, and now all of a sudden you crying, ain't no God in you. Ain't no God in you. Psalms 34:18. The Lord is close to the brokenhearted and saves those who are crushed in spirit. Why you still mourning years later, months later, weeks later? Where's that God you say you got? See, we can preach a God that we don't even possess. That's what's wrong with you. You being taught by people who preaching a God that they don't even possess. They know the words, they know the routines, and they know the religion. But when it comes to showing the power of him, they down. John 14:1. Watch this. Do not let your hearts be troubled. You believe in God, believe also in me. If you know God took if you know their time was up and God took them, why are you still troubled if God took them? The only reason that you trouble is because maybe, just maybe, all that God that you put in them, it wouldn't even in them. Because you really know they ain't got no relationship with God. Why your spirit's crushed? See, you won't let that Holy Spirit comfort you because you want to be full of those memories. Misty watercolor memories of the way we were. Y'all better let it go. I think I better let it go. Oh, looks like another love TKO. Joshua 1:9 says, have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged. For the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. I don't care what you face, whether it's death, rejected, acceptance, or embarrassment. God there. He there. Just suppose. See, watch this. Suppose Brother Hubbard suppose you experience a death. And Brother Hubbard pick up the phone. And 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 and, and, and Brother Hubbard say, God had to take your mama because she disrespected you. God had to take your son because he disrespected you. God had to take your husband because suppose I tell you that you wouldn't know how to take it. I'm going to tell you why you don't know how to take it. Because when you a child of God and you walking in the power and kingdom authority, God don't care who disrespect you. He take them out. And he take them out. Suddenly, and y'all sitting there crying. And God said, let me get them out the way because they too disrespectful to my servant. But y'all don't believe God to do stuff like that. He's so loving. He's so gentle. He's so kind. You better grow up. Why you think my boy went to jail? I told my boy, he'll tell you. I said, boy, if you don't straight up, you're going to find yourself in jail. Because he always told me, I ain't doing that, Dad. But he like me. We do plenty and act like we won't be doing that. But his revelation Dad, God put me in here to save my life. He said, because I was wild out there. I know it, son. Because he knew if I knew where you were, I'm gonna worry about where you at, but I ain't gonna worry about getting no call. You shot dead in the street. He'll tell you how many times he just went around and almost got shot. God saved him. The Bible says, if you want your life to be longer, you don't disrespect your parents. I don't care if they do call you a dirty foot, lizard lot, hellish trollop. You don't cuss your parents out. I look at sometimes how I look at my mama ain't on my Facebook page. You can't handle what I talk about, mama. God don't know that. But I look at how some of my siblings be cussing, and mama look, man, I'm 54 years old. My mama about this big. I'd be damned if I let this carrot slap the taste out of my mouth for cussing. And maybe she won't, but I won't even disrespect my mama like that. Never. How you doing, son? I said, I'm all right, mama. We sit there. She had me laughing. Yeah, I talk about it all the time. My mama called me yesterday, and she even say, hey, she said, boy, I'm 70-something. I'm almost 100 years old. I never seen a SWAT team like this. The SWAT team came on her street. They were looking for a boy across the street. She said, I was so scared I parked in the neighbor yard and I went in the bathroom. She said them machine guns and them long things with the mirror on it, they was everywhere. She was so excited but scared at the same time. I said, Mama ain't nothing like it. Y'all hear me talking about? Boy, I love her. When I stayed in the hood, I love when the jump out boys came. Because when they came out in them black trucks and them hoods and them guns, or sometimes they had the dog, but they had the machine guns, and they kicked that police, search warrant. And you see everybody move, they go to jumping. What they do? Put it right in their face. Them red light, green light, yellow lights. They be just like this. And boy, I just be laughing. Because, boy, that's be some stuff. And we know Romans 8:29. And we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him and have been according to His purpose. A lot of time when you experience a lot of death, it's because you got the gift of healing. Most people ain't gonna tell you that. So God has to see how you deal with death, rejection, and everybody. Because when it comes to time and you got that confidence you need and you ready to raise the dead, when you say you raise the dead, he gonna Lazarus come forth. You know why he gonna come forth? Because your life in every area that you thought you were gonna fail in, God revived it. You got the power. That's why the Bible teaches don't be weary in the way of doing. See, it's a lot of things you got to go through to get what you need. But y'all get tired. Y'all selfish. That's y'all business. Matthew 5:4. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. Why are you still mourning years later, months later, weeks later, days? Where's your comfort? You don't want comfort because you want the attention of mourning. See, even in the Bible, y'all go study. When somebody died, they hire professional mourners. Somebody to come now and they hire people like that. Was in the Bible days. See, some of y'all don't get too much attention. So when something traumatic happens in your life, you like to lean on that because that's where you get confident. Until y'all meet somebody like Brother Hubbard. I'm not finna comfort your mourner. I'm gonna ask you about Matthew 5:4. I don't care about no baby that died prematurely, and how you gonna give some a birthday that never seen the light of day? When God killed David's child and Bathsheba, do you ever see scripture say David and Bathsheba said happy heavenly birthday? I'm just wondering now. Have you ever thought maybe God took it because you couldn't do nothing with it? Now you got certain people who got children, they mad at their child because having a child messed up their life. It reminded them of their daddy. So now you just like your old damn daddy. I was listening to Corey Holcomb a little while before I went live. That's how he is. He said, F my daughter. She just like her mama. Listen here. The Bible says a child is a gift from the Lord. So when you say F a child, you saying F. That's what you saying. My boy didn't ask to be here. He here because I had them legs up and out, or however I had it, See, you can't, the reason a lot of you can't hate your parents, whether you got a relationship with them or not, because God knew which two to get together to bring you here. He didn't say they're going to get along. He didn't even say they're going to be together. I got a friend right now, that's a prostitute. Guess why she got the baby she got now? She needed $100. And she let the guy sleep with her. And now she got a baby girl. Asked me the other day, he drive this kind of truck. If you see him, let me know or get some information because I want some child support. He got to know that he got me pregnant. You got a child from a trick because you needed $100. But watch this. It ain't about her tricking. It ain't about him being married. It ain't about her being the money. You don't know what God used to get you here. That baby here. Because God deemed it, he was here. No matter how or what the instance of, she got here. The baby here. And see, that's why a lot of marriages sometimes break up. Some of you still mad at your dad. Still you want a relationship with me. A relationship with me. Yeah. This darn thing messing up. But what you got to understand is that we coming into a season of suddenly, and a lot of y'all gonna be experiencing death. Don't call me. If I hear about it, I come for you. I'm not finna wipe your eyes. I'm not finna put eulogy. I'm concerned with the living. As far as I'm concerned, when they dead, now they living. So I'm gonna preach to these livings that's dead. So when they get dead, they living. Does that make sense to you? See, I understand why God say you got to talk about death. Because see, a lot of y'all following people who don't know how to handle death. They harp on death. See, they want to bring you into their grievement because, oh, what's your cash app? I feel sorry for. See, a lot of people use death to get things from people. I'm working with him. Intentional commitment. That means if it die, it die. I'm committed to this gospel. I don't know what you're gonna be committed to. Watch this. Y'all see how I throw those new intros up? Y'all don't know what Brother Bubba be having. We finna put this somewhere. I don't know what state we going to. But anytime he said, pull it up. Because we got work to do. I ain't concerned about death. We got work to do. Yeah, watch this here.